absolutely empowered after 2 days of listening to some of the cutting-edge HR leadership experts in the field. The ability to take some tangible results back to my organization and begin to implement some of the changes that need to be made is exhilarating. It's very exciting to have been part of this.
The fact that the conference has a bias towards really getting out of one's comfort zone. We're not talking about the traditional answers to the traditional questions. We're trying to bend the curve. We're trying to be very thought-provoking, which helps people like myself come up with innovative ideas that are untraditional in nature.
Leap HR Healthcare has made me feel extremely energized and enthusiastic about all the things I've learned here and the people I've met and the innovative ideas that everybody is doing and sharing.
I love the vibe, the atmosphere, and the talent that is assembled here. It's phenomenal.
It's very exciting. There's a lot of energy and some great ideas. I feel like everyone's here to make a leap and everyone has that same commitment. It's very different than any conference I've attended.
This one is really interesting because the format is that first you have a speaker and then you have a panel session, so there actually gets to be a whole conversation, and then afterwards there's an action item where you sit down at the tables and you actually discuss what you're going to go back home and do. So I think it's interesting that they're putting 3 elements in one. It's really kind of cool, and in a short period of time you really come away with some substantial, just good stuff.
I feel excited and energized, and most of all I think I feel optimistic, because the folks in the room that were listening, all of these HR leaders are just soaking in all this information, and I just know there's going to be big leaps that they're taking.
You can just feel that people are here to want to make change, to learn from others, to really have these deep discussions, and it's refreshing for sure.
I have been to many traditional conferences, and what I find exciting about LEAP is that you get to interact with peers from across the country that are doing very cool things and lots of innovation.
I think it's really unique that the speakers recognize that there's just as much energy and education and experience in the room as the speakers have themselves. And so that interaction has been really different and very rewarding.
It's very different than most of the other conferences that I go to.